and the throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
India has embarked on a historic venture by assuming the presidency of G20. India has taken charge of this very important global forum from Indonesia and will convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country in 2023. This has come at a time when the geopolitical situation in the entire world is in a continuous state of flux. Talks of recession are doing rounds, and when a new world order seems to be taking shape. In this video, we explain to you what is G20, why it holds so much clout, and what India's presidency is likely to yield. But before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to One India. First things first, what exactly is this G20? G20 is a forum of the 20 largest economies in the world that meets regularly to discuss the most pressing issues facing the global economy. It brings together finance ministers and central bank governors from 19 countries plus the European Union. As a group, it represents around 90% of global GDP, 80% of global trade, 66% of the world's population and about 60% of world's land area. It started in 1999 after the Asian financial crisis as a forum for finance ministers and central bank governors from the major developed and emerging economies to discuss global financial issues. It was upgraded in 2007 to include heads of state and governments, which meant the presidents and prime ministers of the countries in this grouping would meet annually to discuss most pressing global economic issues. G20 also invites non-member countries as well as international organizations such as the United Nations, World Health Organization, the World Bank and the IMF in its annual meet. During its term, India will hold more than 200 meetings across some 50 cities involving ministers, officials and civil society, leading up to a marquee summit in the capital, New Delhi in September 2023. India's focus for next 1 year is going to be eradicating the zero-sum mindset. The zero-sum mindset basically refers to nations being embroiled in conflicts over territorial gains and over resources. For example, the news of supplies of food and essential goods being weaponized. This is in the context of the Russia and Ukraine war, where Russia is being accused of deliberately holding up supplies of food grains in order to make Ukrainians starve. That's weaponizing of food. India's PM Narendra Modi has called for a complete eradication of such mindset. India has also revealed 3 guiding principles going into the G20 presidency. First, serving as a bridge between the developed and developing world. Second, serving as the representative of the Eastern Bloc of nations. And third, insulating the G20 from some of the divisive pressures that have paralyzed multilateralism elsewhere. Under India's leadership, the G20 nations will look to find consensus on major challenges like a slowing global economy, a debt crisis that will impact almost 70 countries, millions around the world slipping back into poverty due to COVID-19, and the existential climate crisis. It is also an opportune moment for India to push for reforms in multilateral institutions that India has been pressing for since long to reflect contemporary realities. India has been vocal since a while to reform WTO, IMF, World Bank, etc. to take into account the new ground realities. Now, to contextualize it with the current geopolitical scenario, India has clearly said it expects Russia to be a part of every consultation that would happen during her presidency. Since the decisions are taken by consensus, Russia's wholehearted involvement is going to be very crucial. And with India being the leader, Russia would certainly play its part, undeterred by whatever is happening in Ukraine and over its differences with the West. Although, other than just being an influence over the G20's agenda, the presidency does not come with any formal power. But this influence can allow India to turn the discussions in the directions it prefers. This is an opportunity for the country to emerge as a leader to solve some of the most pressing issues facing humanity today. We hope you would like this new video. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.